A lot of smoke rolling out. Looks like the 88.
Smoke coming out the back. We got run into in the back.
Well, you see the damage to the nose, a heavy damage to the left front.
And caution comes out again. The radiator out for the 88. His final Brickyard 400 appearance is going to end early.
And that'll be it for the 88 with the damage repair policy. If NASCAR deems that was an accident, which I'm sure they will, due to the damage on the front and the rear of the 88, he won't be able to. He will not be able to come to pit road and change that radiator. He'll have to go to the garage, and then his day will be over.
All the conversations about track position, the further back you get, the more opportunity you have to be in these problems. Remember that gun switched backwards, put the lug nuts on the wrong way. That got him in the back, and ultimately never could get himself back up front and gets in this wreck.
Take another look at what happened. He said he got run into in the back. They were tight nose to tail. We ride along with him.
This will tell the story right here.
Still there. Clear behind him.
Boom.
13's going to fill that hole. 13 inside. All stacked up. See you by 2.
Doesn't seem like it would be
coming out the back. We
hard
got
enough
run into in the
hit
back.
to knock the radiator out of it. But much like the pit equipment, these race cars now are built very aggressively to try to keep up. I mean, everyone in the field is trying to build the lightest car possible that makes the most downforce, and just right there between the bumper bars.
Things go bad that quickly. There he goes, out of the race.
Climbing out of the car. And you saw the fluid came out of the 88. Again, Dale Earnhardt Jr. announced earlier this year he was going to retire from racing full time. And so these racetracks that we either come to once a year or coming to for the final time in 2017, the fans getting their final glimpse of Dale Earnhardt Jr. in a driver's suit.
A series of bad events. You know, they just don't seem to be able to get the finishes. They run a little better than they finish, but Dale has kept a positive attitude. He's been upbeat. He's been energetic. He's been excited to be at the racetrack. I think even though this hasn't gone well, he's enjoyed himself at the racetrack since he's made his announcement.
Tough situation once again for the 88 team. They don't have a win, and so they're looking for any opportunity to get that win. He's going to have to go to the infield care center. Anytime you're involved in an accident, that's the first thing. They'll come and grab him and take him to the infield care center. That's why we're not talking to him.
You always feel terrible as a driver. You know, even if there was nothing you could do, you're always thinking, what could I have done? What did I do wrong? You know, what did I do to end our day? And I know that's going through his head right now, and just, gosh, I wish I could have found a way to prevent that from happening. But sometimes you just can't prevent it.
It was a big news for this 88 as well. Remember, they just this week mentioned Alex Bowman will be the driver of this 88 next year. We've talked a lot about Dale's announcement, but the circle was kind of closed on who will be in that seat. So you can see the disappointment in the fans as well.
As I was coming in this morning, there were 3 guys that jumped out of a van right next to me and started walking up the sidewalk. All 3 of them had 88 Dale Jr. t-shirts on, and they were excited to come watch their favorite driver. He's been the fan favorite for over a decade now. Although this doesn't play into the hands of the 88 team or Dale Earnhardt Jr., it definitely is going to help drivers like Eric Jones, who was trying to stretch his fuel, and under a caution, they're going to use about half as much fuel as they would going around this racetrack as if they were going wide open.
Well, there's a lot of information in that radio that we listened to.